Hey guys, so I'm Miss Brooke and I'm going to be teaching you guys about how to use clocks today. We have analog forms and we have digital forms. The standard for this lesson is 2MDC7, and the whole point of the standard is to be able to tell and write time in quarters, hours, and to the nearest 5 minutes. And we're going to talk about why that's super important, okay? And both of these, we're going to be using the analog and digital form clocks. That's also part of our standard. So digital clocks are the easiest ones to know. That's why they made digital clocks, because it's harder to tell time sometimes with the analog clock. But after this lesson day, you'll know exactly how to do it. So this is what a digital clock looks like right here. This is a digital clock. So the first number right here is going to be the hour. So if someone says it's 8 o'clock, you look right here. And then what you're going to do is these two numbers are your minutes. So right now it says it's 8:08. Or we can have it say 8:15, okay? So you can, all your minutes, it'll always go up to the highest minute you can have is 59, because once you hit 60, you change hours. So once I get up to 8 hours and 59 minutes, the next minute would be 9 o'clock exactly, with 0 minutes on here, okay? So now learning how to use the analog clock, okay? So the long tick is the minutes, and the short one are the hours, okay? And the reason the long one is for the minutes is because you want to be able to look at these little tick marks. So this manipulative that we're going to use in class is super, super important, and after using this, you'll be able to tell time with any clock, digital, analog, whatever it is. So when we talk about this, let's just pay attention to the shorthand, okay? So for the shorthand, I'm going to start up here at our 12, okay? So we're at our 12, and anything to the right is still going to be 12. Even though it's not exactly on the number 12, anything to the right of it is still going to be 12 in hours, okay? But once you go past it or you hit here, because you want to draw a little line right here each time, that is going to be 1 o'clock, okay? Because we're at the 1. But if we go past it, it's still going to be 1 o'clock because we have not fully hit the 2 point yet. But see, now we've hit the 2 point, so we would be at 2 o'clock. Now I can go all the way down here, and this is still going to be 5 o'clock because we're past the 5, but not yet to the 6. But once you hit the 6, it will be 6 o'clock. And this is still 6 o'clock, and this is 7 o'clock, okay? So now let's worry about the minutes. So we want to be able to tell time in the 5 increments. So all of this is 60. So you see how we have these little tick marks everywhere? There's 60 of them in total. But you can tell time a whole lot faster when you count these big numbers, okay? These are more like little checkpoints, the numbers. You see these little yellow dots? Those are your key points to look at, like your checkpoints, okay? So right here, this is 0 in your minutes, because we're paying attention to the longhand right now. So we have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, which starts a new hour, okay? And the reason they're increments of 5 is because if you look at these smaller tick marks, you can see that this is 1. Oops. You can see that this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, and that's 5. And then you go 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it's much quicker and easier if you can tell by these increments of 5, okay? So if I was to put our tick mark right here, we're going to first always look at the shorthand. Always look at the shorthand first, okay? Because that's the most important, because the hours are the most important, okay? So right now we're showing that we are at 6 o'clock because we have not yet hit the 7, so we're still at 6 o'clock. So now we need to figure out our minutes. So I'm going to go 5, 10, 15. And once I hit that 15, I'm going to count my little tick marks. So it's going to be 16, 17. Okay? You see that? 17. So and the whole total time is going to be 6:17. Okay? Let's give you another one. Let's give you this right here. So first, what are we going to do? We're going to look at the shorthand for the hour. So right now, we're seeing that it's still 8 o'clock. Now we're going to go to our longhand and look at our minutes. So I'm going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. And once I hit that 50, that's when I'm going to start counting my little ones. So we're at 50, 51, 52, and now 53. So in all, the time is 8:53. Okay? Good job, guys. And so now that we know our increments of 5, we want to start to learn the increments of 15. So instead of going 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, we want to learn the increments. So this is 0 and also 60. 0 minutes and 60 minutes, okay? So half of this clock, half of 60 is 30. So if we were to cut the clock in half just like this, this 6 is going to represent 30. But since we have 5, 10, 15, you want to almost separate the clock into 4 parts. You cut it here and you cut it here, okay? So it's 4, it's broken down into 4 parts. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, if you have those 4 parts. So if I was to cut it like this, you see where we'll have the 4 parts? Yes, okay. So now we want to focus on the quarters. So this is going to be 15, 30, 45, 60. And the reason it's going to be 15 is because if you divide it up into 4, then you divide 60 with 4, then you'll see that the first fourth is going to be the 15. And this will be the 30, and this will be 45, 60. And so this will also help you tell time so much faster. Okay, guys. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope you learn how to use clocks, okay?